shifted in Kansas's favor?
I think whenever the intentional foul happened under our basket, I felt like that it shifted a little bit then. I felt like for the most part, the game was going as we thought it would. And we knew it was going to be a slugfest. We knew it would be tight, and we were in a pretty good spot. But I think when that happened, obviously it allowed them extra points, extra possession, and I just felt like that we didn't have enough togetherness to fight through that adversity.
This obviously isn't the first time you've played them this year. Is there anything you kind of wanted to do differently or took away from the first game going into today?
Well, the first game we played was a horrific foul fest, and this one was too, as far as we played. I mean, we fouled the mess out of them, and that's certainly something that we had talked about not doing. So we did not follow our game plan there very well at all, and I feel like we let the way the game was being called get in our heads, and we were more concerned about that at times than just playing basketball and playing through it. We know in the Big 12 it's going to be difficult on the road in environments like this and against a team like Kansas who's very well coached, and they've got really good players, and they play great defense, and we knew that it was going to be, like I said, physical, but I felt like our kids didn't handle it very well.
Coach, what's the degree of difficulty of playing any team on their senior night?
Yeah, this is our second one that we've done, by the way. Colorado's a senior night, too. I think it does give kids a little more inspiration. Nobody wants to lose on their senior night, so I think that's difficult. But, at the same time, you see a lot of upsets happen that way, too. But our message to our kids before this game is that we could not let Kansas be more urgent than we were. And I felt like they were more urgent than we were, whether it be for their seniors, whether it be for their NCAA tournament berth. They're fighting, to get in the NCAA tournament, and I felt like they had more urgency than us. Same thing as Colorado, and that just can't happen. And, our team hasn't been in this situation before. We haven't been in a situation where we can get in the NCAA tournament where we're playing for that. And I don't like the way that we're avoiding success, if you will, or it seems like we're a little bit afraid of success right now, and we cannot be that way. I mean, we have to keep proving ourselves. We have to keep battling, and just doing the best we can to finish the season out, or finish this conference race out, and get us ready for the tournament.
Coach, what's one thing you guys executed well despite tonight's result?
I'm super proud of Sarah Sanogo because I thought that one of our intentions was to go in the paint and get points in the paint, and I thought Sarah didn't back down. I mean, it was one of her best games of the year. I thought that she was very confident in the paint and that she scored against some really good players. So I thought that piece of it she did a good job of. But other than that, I don't think that we did very many things well. The first half, I thought we offensive rebounded well, but we didn't get anything for it. And that's a problem, right? If you're going to turn people over or if you're going to get second chance opportunities, you got to get something for it. And we didn't get either on either one of those things with the turnovers or offensive rebounds.
You kind of spoke on playing a good player in Jalea Davis, eight straight freshman of the week. What's it like having to game plan against her and playing against her during the game?
Yeah, she's very special. She's very special. We knew that. Obviously, we recruited her as well, and I think that she has a very bright future. She's just very talented. The fact that she's, uses her athleticism so well, she has such a high release. And Brandon's done a good job of putting shooters around her, and obviously a great point guard in Samaya. But the fact that you kind of have to pick your poison a little bit because you have to bring a double to her, and if you bring a double to her and they see it, they can find shooters on the perimeter. So they've done a good job with their schemes and how they're using the kids that they have and how they're using her. But yeah, she's got a bright future. I'm glad she's in the Big 12. I'm not really glad that I have to play against her, but we love players like that in the Big 12.
A lot of times tonight it wasn't Kansas's point guard bringing the ball up. It was Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes is that kind of part of the plan? And how do you think you guys executed on that?
Well, for sure, yeah. We absolutely wanted them to have to do something else besides let Samaya just bring it up and get them in their sets because they're so good in the half court when she does that. But we had several miscues, and I was super frustrated with it because we were doing things that we had never talked about doing. We know better than to trap in the middle of the floor, and then we had people not rotating to be able to make, not let them have free points. I don't know how many times in timeouts I said, quit giving up easy buckets because of the press. I mean, we want to press and we want to try to turn people over, but that wasn't our goal necessarily tonight. It was some more to make them have to use somebody else to get them in the offense. And I don't think in the second half we did a good job of that at all.
After playing Kansas twice, is it a surprise to you that this is their first win over a ranked team?
I am surprised that it's their first win over a ranked team because I think Kansas is good. I mean, I have the utmost respect for Brandon, and I think he does such a great job. And I think they've got a lot of tools. I think they're young, so it's taken a little while, I think, for them to get all on the same page. But I also think that the message I've been trying to tell my team is that we're not respected enough in the league yet, even though we're ranked. I feel like the Big 12 gets up for our games because they do see it as an opportunity to beat a ranked team and a team that maybe they don't think should be ranked, or they've had success against before. Because that's part of building a program, right? We've had to build this program up, and we're finally seeing some of the fruits of our labor, but still Texas Tech hasn't been in this situation. So I feel like our opponents are really getting up for us to get that ranked win. And that's the message I'm trying to tell our team is like, they're being the hunted now, and we have not been the hunted ever in a long time. So they've got to learn how to do that, and we've got to do a better job of teaching them how to respond to that.
You obviously have great respect for the Big 12 Conference. Where do you think national people see the conference?
Yeah, I don't think that we get enough respect, that's for sure, because I think Bill Finley said it a while back that when we beat each other up, people think that it's a weak conference, whereas when other conferences beat each other up, it's because they're so deep. And I actually think this conference is really deep, and I think we're athletic. I think we can match with a lot of different lineups in the league. I mean, that we have a lot of different looks. I think this league is very well coached. And I think we've got some really special players. And so I'm excited for the NCAA tournament and for the Big 12 to really represent and to show the country just how talented the Big 12 is.